Alrighty, Jonathan, you just shared with my audience that you've started your own YouTube channel. You're repurposing content that you do for your podcast into video. I think it's a genius idea. But let me warn you about something. Given that I've been on YouTube now, I think for 4 or 5 years, I think I can say the following with pretty good certainty. If you come to YouTube with the mission of providing value and trying to help people, you're going to grow slow. If your goal is to grow fast, all you have to do is produce doom porn. Everything's crashing, everything's on fire, put your head in the ground, the world's ending, the economy, this or that. If you put out a video every day for 10 minutes that says something or other is going to crash, you will grow very, very fast. So again, one side, add value, grow slow. Other side, grow fast. So doom porn is a huge industry on YouTube. I just wanted you to be aware of that.
Yes, I am aware of that. And I'm not, well, that just is what it is, right? I mean, I think probably, I think the doom porn, probably a lot of it is also sort of like mushrooms after the rain, right? It grows fast and then disappears, and you get more growing fast. So I think, providing value over the long term, like you have, is the way that you build an audience for life that sticks with you, right? So maybe slower, but you're going to last longer that way. So that's my view anyway. And plus, who wants the doom porn audience anyway, right? I mean, maybe you can sell them some junk, but if you're looking to build, a good following of high quality people, those people are not looking for the doom porn. They're looking for the real value, right? So I think you could have a giant list of numbskulls who want to look at doom porn, or you could have a small but very high quality audience of people who are interested in quality, and that's more valuable any day of the week.
Yeah. Again, I think repurposing your podcast for video is awesome. You have a Rolodex that I can't wait for people to see. But it is the other thing that you need to realize is as you grow and get bigger, you will have their following. I've had plenty of folks come over from trash bros, as I call them, and be very negative and attack. So again, I want to show you where the block button is, because again, it's just easier to block than battle. I have this analogy that I use. I like sports, so forgive me if you don't know sports, but there is an audience when you go to a sporting event in the parking lot, tailgating, right? If it's a football game or a baseball game. That is where the drunk idiots and the numbskulls are. I don't talk to them. I'm not in the convincing business. But if you get into the stadium, I'm your guy. And if you're on the field actually doing the work, I'm your guy. So you really have to pick your avatar. Another person I speak to each week, he is trying to get the numbskulls into the stadium. I think that's exhausting and not a place I want to play. But it's, you're going to have lots of choices when your YouTube channel grows.
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, what I have experienced with, say, my coaching program over the years, which I've taken the same approach to, so it is not grown at the rate that, the people who, the hypey people get. But what I do have is a steady stream of people coming from the hypey programs telling me, God, thank God I found you, because I paid this other guy, $30,000 and learned and got nothing and can't get my money back. And I've had people like literally crying, to like tears of pain and joy that just like, I wish I'd found you before and saved myself all that agony. I can't believe that you charge $97 a month for what you give to people. Exactly. And these folks are charging 30,000 and they won't even talk to you, right? So it's the same thing, right? You'll get people who kind of see the light coming over, but yeah, you'll never convince the numbskulls that they shouldn't be numbskulls, right? So they want to believe what they want to believe. But I think we should talk a little bit about why doom porn works, right? Rather than kind of rant about it and talk about how superior we are. We should talk about why this works.
Please.
So there is, if you are interested at all in psychology, there is definitely humans have a negativity bias, right?
Mm-hmm.
We evolved to be on the lookout for negative stuff because that's like how you survive, right? So when
Yeah.
you're out there, you know, you're looking for lions hiding in the grass, because if you don't spot the lion before it spots you, there's a, you know, that could be it. You might never have another chance to spot the
Right.
lion first. So we have a negativity bias. And the problem is, though, that in modern society, we just don't really have that many threats. If you think about it, right? I mean, we have, you don't really have, you're not hunting for your food. You know where your meals are coming from. You know, you you're not like, you know, out there like traveling the highways in in medieval times, and like could be set upon by a gang of ruffians at any moment, right? I mean, there just aren't that many threats that most of us face on a day-to-day basis that we need to watch out for. So what do? Our brains are looking for something to satisfy that negativity bias. And since our negativity, what fills that need for negativity is doom porn, or thinking negatively about yourself, beating up on yourself, reading bad motives into what other people are doing. Somebody looks at you the wrong way, and instead of thinking like, oh, that guy must be having a bad day, you think like, oh, it's about me, or you perceive a threat, from that person who's not even thinking about you at all. They're thinking about something else, and they just happen to like look in your direction with that look on their face, right? So we see these things all around us, and that fills this need to be negative. And the doom porn guys, they understand this. They understand, and that's why, ever watch the local news? It's
Mm-hmm.
all bad news, right?
Of course.
Maybe once in a while they'll throw in some heartwarming human interest story about something good that happened because they feel they need to. But
Right.
You've got a 22-minute broadcast, right? When you take out the commercials, probably 21 minutes of it are negative. It's murders, it's fires, it's robberies, it's crimes, right? Because they know that that's what catches people's attention. And the doom porn people are the same, right?
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
actually, and the
It's huge business. Yes.
conspiracy theorists, the same thing. It's like, wanting to make you feel negative about whatever it is you're supposed to feel negative about, the government or this group of people or whatever it is, because they know that that's what grabs attention. And once they have your attention with the negativity, then they can sell you pretty much anything, right? Because they've got that, they've grabbed control of your brain, right, through the negativity. And that's basically why you see so much doom porn, right?
Yeah. And again, it's a very profitable business. I actually have a technology that was recommended to me by Think Media called vidIQ. Some of the largest doom porn creators are making 80,000 a month
Wow.
on AdSense.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it is highly profitable, right? And when you talk about misinformation out there, right? About anything, whatever the misinformation is about, it's all, you kind of, I mean, I find myself scratching my head all the time. Like, why do people, because I'm so naive, right? Why do
Yeah.
people do this? Like, why do people, there are people out there who have no morals, right? Who all they want is money, and they don't care. I mean, they're sociopaths or whatever. They don't care about the effect that they're having on people. All they want to do is make money. They know that eyeballs lead to cash, right? And so all they care about is getting as many eyeballs as they can. So it's all shock value, all doom. Like you said, Michael, you're not going to get a lot of people watching you if all you have to say is good things, or just
Yeah.
value, or things that they have to,
It's,
things that force them
I
to
tell
think a
people
little
to
bit.
do the work, Jonathan. That's not
Yeah.
sexy. I don't want to do the work.
Yeah,
They
nobody
either,
wants to do the work, right? What they want is to either be told that they don't have to do the work and they can get rich, or they want to be told that they want to have their bias confirmed, that there's no point in doing the work because this group or that group or this, whoever it is, or the government or the aliens or whatever they are like making it impossible for guys like you to succeed, right? That's also a big seller. Like, I'm a lazy, good for nothing, right? But I'm going to go watch some guy tell me that, oh, I'm not actually a lazy good for nothing, It's because that guy over there, he's actually taking the opportunity from you.
Right.
And it justifies not doing the work, right? People don't like to be told the way to succeed is do the work. They like to be told,
No, it's
here's a
not
magic,
sexy.
here's a magic formula that avoids the work, or, you know, there's no point in you doing it. We're justified in not doing the work because it's pointless because that other guy is taking your opportunity away from you, you know, so let's keep them out of the country or whatever it is. Right. So
Yeah.
like, that's why this stuff is successful though, because it feeds people's negativity and laziness.
Yeah, but the kind of closing on a high note, one of the things that I wish I remember the guy that recommended it, but one of my followers said you should ask your audience. This happened just yesterday. He said you should ask your audience why they come back. Because as YouTube channels go, I produce an ungodly amount of content, 6 videos a day. It's crazy, right? You and I do 3 videos, right? That's, you know, that one to go today, one tomorrow, one the next day. I do that with 10 people. So 6 videos a day, 7 days a week. And I asked people why they came back. And the answers I got, Jonathan, were just awesome. And you know, if I ever need to feel
What they
good,
say.
basically you tell us to do the work, you're not telling us what we want to hear. You tell us the stuff without bullshit political bias. You're not trying to scare us. You're telling us that work matters. You tell us what dude, you admit when you're wrong. How simple is that? The crash bros and doomsayers have been calling a crash for 5 years for 5 different ridiculous reasons and never admitted they were wrong. Yesterday, I said, guys, I made a mistake. I called the start of Q2 recession. I'm clearly wrong. And people were like, oh my God, somebody on YouTube admits when they're wrong. So it's you don't have to do anything special. Just be authentic, admit your few mistakes, and your following will grow. You can go look through them. Yesterday's daily financial news. So that would be June 28th, daily financial news. I think there's 200 or 300 comments about thank you, thank you, thank you. It's fantastic. It's
Well, I
heartwarming.
mean, you build relationships with people by being upfront with them, right? And if you admit your mistakes,
So
you know,
simple.
that it just, people feel they can trust you, right? So,
Yeah.
and then if you admit it when you're wrong, then people will trust you when, you know, when you say you're right. And
Yeah.
it's as simple as that. But the doom, you know, like the doomsayers, they never come back and say they were wrong, right?
No,
Because
they
they have,
delete the videos. They delete the
yeah,
evidence.
yeah, because they have to be
Crazy.
perfect, right? Yeah. So,
Crazy.
well, anyway, thanks for the YouTube lesson. That was great. And I hope there's other people watching this who are going to also, you know, maybe you
Yeah.
guys will be inspired to start your own YouTube channels and also, you know, be prepared for the pitfalls. But I
Yeah.
think,
Again, I think YouTube is a wonderful platform. I'm so thankful to be here. You just have to know going in, if you're going to give value and truly help, you're going to grow slow. But to your point, the impact you're making will be life changing to a few. That's why I don't deal with numbskulls in the parking lot. It's not worth my time. But if you want in the stadium, you're going to get all my attention. If you're on the field, all my attention. So, Jonathan, what is your growing YouTube channel and Facebook group?
yeah. So, I mean, everything is all under the Apartment Investors Club name. So if you want to find me on YouTube, you want to find me on Facebook, you want to find our site for coaching, it's all under Apartment Investors Club. The only thing that's different is the investment company is Two Bridges Asset Management. So you go there if you want to join the investor list. But if you're looking to learn, you're looking to just get to know me, interact with me, you can find it all over the place under Apartment Investors Club.
Jonathan, thank you so much. Thank you for coming back every week. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. It's fun. I love it.